Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to this week's episode of the Old Pods podcast. I'm Alan. This is Paul.
Hello.
We're recording this week in between a special watch along that we're doing of Willow that will be out soon. We've got the second part to watch. But just with the passing of Val Kilmer, we thought it quite apt to put an episode out in between, just to send our condolences along to the friends and family and everybody that knew him. And particularly since the watch along that we're doing is Willow. Um, so it just felt apt that we put that out after doing this kind of episode. But yeah, I mean, 65, he was still quite young. He was around for a lot of the movies that I loved growing up, but particularly for me in Top Gun and Batman Forever. We speak about it briefly in the watch along that we're talking about how he pitched up in a couple of movies that we liked. But I think that definitely Top Gun and Batman were the big ones for me. I mean, I don't know if obviously Willow was you're a big fan of Willow, wasn't? Is there any more that kind of stand out for you from Val Kilmer's kind of backlog? Or?
He was in one called The Ghost in the Darkness about the Lions with Michael Douglas, I think. I'm sure it's Michael Douglas. That was banging. I don't know if you've seen that. You probably not. You pissed your pants at it. Yeah, about two man-eater lions, and he's a hunter that teams up with Michael Douglas to kill them.
All right, 80s or 90s?
90s, I think.
Like an action movie.
Yeah. I think it's set in Africa, obviously. I think it's set in like sort of like late 1800s, early 1900s, something like that.
All right.
And it's based on a true story. I'm sure it's a true story of these two male lions that sort of go rogue and start eating the locals. I'm sure it's like a train company or something brings in Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas to kill them, or they bring in one and then the other, and then they hire the other. You know, this job's too big for me, sort of thing.
All right,
I
okay.
think they might bring in Val Kilmer, or he's their man, and then they subsequently hire Michael Douglas, I think, because he's like the top hunter, you know.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I've never heard anything about that before. What's it called?
The Ghost in the Darkness.
The Ghost in the Darkness.
I think I'll Google just because it might be The Ghost in the Darkness.
It's not one I've even heard of before.
Yeah, The Ghost in the Darkness, 1996.
What was Batman Forever? Was that 95?
Yes, 95.
Yeah, someone's been on the back of that. No, I've never even heard of it. I'll give it a look though.
It's good. Yeah, it's really good. It's
Yeah,
like
I like Val Kilmer. I like Michael Douglas as well. So it's...
yeah. Oh, there it is. John Patterson, a British engineer. That's Kilmer. Charles Remington tried to kill two deadly lions that attack workers who are assigned to build a bridge over a river. It's great. I really enjoyed it. I think Kev really liked it. No, it's one of Kev's.
Yeah.
I remember Kev had the video, the VHS, when we were youths. What else was he in? Tombstone.
Oh yeah, that was a really good movie. That
Banging
actually,
film that, and he's arguably he steals the show with Doc Holliday.
that's a great movie.
Partly due to the writer as well, like because just these lines in that are absolutely great.
Yeah.
Well, that's
God, I've never seen that in the longest time. The longest time.
I've watched it a few. I've watched it a few times over the years. I just stick it on every now and then because it's just so enjoyable.
I bet it's at least 20 to 25 years since I've seen that.
God, he's been in loads.
Oh, yeah, he's got a good filmography. I mean, obviously, mine are pretty like generic, like the ones you instantly think of. But whenever I think of Val Kilmer, I think of Batman and Top Gun. The Top Gun was great. It was the kind of thing that made me want to be like. I think you watched it as a kid and thought, oh yeah, I can do that. I can be a fighter pilot. That's cool as fuck. Run around and be absolutely ripped and play volleyball on the beach in my spare time. And then Batman, I rave about Batman all the time.
Oh yeah, what was that?
And Forever's not the best Batman movie by a long stretch. But we said when we did the first part of Willow that he probably deserved another crack at it. Like he could have done a good job given the right kind of script, I think.
He certainly wasn't the worst part of that film. Like yeah, absolutely.
No.
Just looking at some of his other films now. He's in one called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That was good.
Oh, with Downey. Yeah, that is a good movie. Yeah.
It's like a kind of comedy thriller-ish kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember that being pretty funny. Actually, I remember going to the cinema to see that and thinking that was really good.
It was a weird one. It just sort of fell under the radar a little bit, but it was brilliant.
Wasn't it like a bit of a mistaken identity from Downey, didn't he?
Yeah, I think one was like a hitman or something, or
yeah, he fell into something.
One was a bank robber or something like that. Let's have a look. I've got Thinking
It
of
had was it Amy Smart? Amy Smart in it as well.
don't know, maybe private detective. That was it. A thief pretending to be an actor gets involved in a murder investigation,
Yeah,
finds
because
a
doesn't he go
private
into
detective.
he thought like he's trying to hide from somebody. He ends up in like an audition room, doesn't he?
Mm.
And because he's distressed, they think he's acting and go, oh yeah, you hired
Shane Black.
Shane Black. I watched Iron Man 3 was on the other day. That's a Shane Black movie.
Oh,
That's
dreadful.
my thoughts of Iron Man 3 as well.
Oh god, yeah, he was in that film Wonderland as well. Val Kilmer. Yeah, film called Wonderland about John Holmes, the porn star.
Oh, yeah.
From like the 70s maybe. John Holmes was famous. But yeah, it's about because John Holmes was involved in all kinds of shady stuff like drugs and prostitutes, and like
Yeah,
he was up to his neck in it sort of thing. And they made a film called Wonderland, and Val Kilmer played John Holmes in that. Um,
Wonderland.
it's really good. Yeah, it's like a true story type thing. I've not seen that in years. I've got the DVD somewhere because I remember watching it thinking it was great, and I bought the DVD. I'll have to rewatch that. Yeah, I remember really enjoying it. Yeah, Tombstone '93, The Island of Doctor Moreau, which is legendary.
Did you say Tombstone was 93?
Yeah, '93.
Jesus, I thought it was more recent than that.
Huh.
Island of Dr. Monroe.
Moreau, not Monroe.
That's what I said, isn't it? Monroe?
No, it's
Monroe?
not
Is it Monroe
Monroe.
or
It's
Monroe?
it's Morrow. But
Morrow.
I think it's Mor. How do you spell it? Moreau.
Island of Monroe. No, not Monroe. Morrow.
Yeah. Just put the
Yeah.
Island of Doctor and it'll show up.
Oh, fuck, come on. I'm typing the wrong. Keep typing fucking Monroe. Island of Dr.
It's like a
Monroe.
sci-fi. It's a remake. I think. I think it's based on a book about a mad professor played by Marlon Brando, and he's combining human and animal DNA. He's creating new species and stuff like that. And I think Val Kilmer's like a reporter or something,
Oh,
or an
yes, yes,
investigator who
yes, yes,
goes to
yes.
see what's going on. And it's
Yeah.
like there's loads of like mad shit going on. It was apparently a, a mental shoot. There was all kinds of problems with like Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer. There's loads of stories legendary about the chaos on set and the production meddling and stuff like that. Apparently, it was a bit of a cursed film. I
First.
remember I remember seeing the trailer years ago and thinking it looked absolutely amazing because of the effects. But yeah,
Yeah, it all looks practical. Just looking at the images, and now it all looks like practical effects.
there is a lot of practical, but I think there was some early CGI stuff in it as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then I saw the film and it was just bonkers, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
very.
got some poor ratings, like just looking at it
Yeah,
now.
it's terrible. Yeah, it's really shocking.
Well, maybe he's not add that one to the list
But
then.
yeah, it's very troubled.
But I'll put the other two on to watch. What was the other two we've just been on about? The lion one.
Ghost in the Darkness
Yeah, and
and Wonderland.
Wonderland. Yeah, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang probably worth another go as well. To be honest,
Yeah, and
I
give
haven't seen that in
Tombstone
a
a
long
watch as
time.
well while you're on. Anyway, talking shite here.
Yes, we are. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Again, condolences to the family, friends, the people that knew him, everybody that was kind of close to him. It's never good. 65's a young age. Yeah, we send our best. Um, okay, on to some brighter bits and bobs. Last week or this week or whichever way you want to look at it. CinemaCon's been happening. We're trying to stay away from doing too much of pulling bits of news and articles and stories and bits like that because it's not interesting a lot of the time. It's not stuff that we're really interested in or excited about. But there's been a couple of big trailers that uh, well, I'm saying excited about. I'm probably excited about one of them. The other ones are ones that are going to be big hitters, so there'll be ones that I'll watch definitely, but whether or not they'll be good, time will tell. First one of which, well, not so much a trailer, but a little sneak peek of Superman we had. A bit more of crypto. Takes up the engine Superman back to the Fortress of Solitude, which looks amazing. I love the way that it kind of emerges from the snow, from the ice lands, and then in with all the robots. And we briefly mentioned it before we started recording. I don't think either of us knew there were so many of the robots in the fortress. I knew there was Kalex, but I didn't know there was a fleet of them or an army of them. There must be from some particular story, Superman, that's
I don't know shit about all that
yeah
nonsense.
being picked apart. Or and the robots take him in and they put him on a bed and they examine him and they shine the sunlight at him and they heal him. And it looks good. And then it goes into some other little bits that we've already seen from the previous trailer. Biggest
I
takeaway for
mean,
me is the biggest thing
does it look good, men's?
yeah, the biggest thing for me is that it looks good, it looks vibrant, it looks very clean and crisp and clear. I like the biggest thing that I like about it is this it's not trying to be grounded. I don't think it's not trying to be set in like the real world, so to speak. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's not that gritty,
No.
dark shit that Snyder was peddling. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's very much Superman's world. Like everything's kind of the way you would expect it to be in the comic books. It's very vibrant, it's very bold, it's very colourful. Everything's dialed up to a 10. Like Crypto's a 10, jumping about and bouncing all over him. The robots are a 10. They're exactly how we will read them in a comic. It's almost like it's geared away a little bit from trying to tailor it purely for adults and be an adult kind of Superman story to be across the board and be a Superman story for everybody. It's very much in in well, and I guess I'm going to say it. It's in the DC universe. I liked it. I thought it was good.
I
I
mean,
thought it was good
but I
fun.
mean, at this point, what is the DC universe? It isn't anything. It's
Yeah,
this is like what this is reboot number God knows what of DC trying to get its fucking act together. And again, it's full of other characters, and they doing what they did last time. They're trying to run before they can walk. They want to jump in at Infinity War,
yeah.
um,
Without doing the
without doing the individual films. And that's not necessarily the only way to do it, just because it worked for Marvel. But it's quite clear that that's what they're trying to do. And it's if this comes out and it's a turd, I've no doubt in 3 years' time there'll be yet another relaunch of one of the properties, whether it's
yeah
Wonder Woman or Great or something. It'll be like another spin of the wheel, and this time we'll try something else. They might animate it, or they might use fucking puppets like Team America. Who knows? It's
yeah. Fuck Team America's
they've done
shithole.
gritty they've done super gritty. They're going to try comic book, and next they're going to try something else. I've
Yeah,
no
I
doubt.
agree. I agree. I think even if, and I don't think it will, but I think even if it does bomb, that 100% they'll go, all right, well, we'll give it a little bit of a break and then we'll try again.
I don't think it's going to bomb, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be that good. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit of a letdown.
I'm hopeful for it.
I
I'm
mean, I'm
hopeful.
hopeful because I like Superman. I think Superman's a good character, and
Yeah.
I don't think they've really had a good crack of it since Christ. Probably since Christopher Reeve was still playing
Yeah.
him.
I,
Yeah,
s-
saying that Man of Steel was all right.
I did
Uh,
see a funny little reel the other day of like it was Christopher Reeve getting hit with like a load of bullets and just standing and taking them, and then it went a cut to Brandon Routh and he got like shot in the eyeball and it was
uh,
that scene in the eye and the bullet dropped, and then it cut to Tyler Hoechlin from the series and he was getting bullets bounced off him, and then it cut to Henry Cavill and he was getting hit with something or other, and he was just stood, just taking it. I think it was the scene in the bar in Man of Steel when the guy tries to push him and it
uh,
doesn't even phase him. He just stands there and takes it. And then it cut to the clip from the trailer of him getting the can bounce off the back of his head and
uh,
flinching with it.
that stood out to me a mile, absolute mile.
it. It did make me chuckle. It did make me chuckle. I thought that was quite funny.
I
Yeah.
just don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was a nice comparison because I was watching, I was thinking, where they're going with this, and they're just building everything up, Chris, and they cut the current sweat and the can bounced off his head and then like flinching. And I thought, oh yeah, that's quite funny.
yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be not another Guardians film, but it's going to be a James Gunn film. He's got a style,
Yes,
like
yes,
Suicide Squad and Guardians. they were the same, like they were just the same films. And I don't know if it will mesh with Superman as a character. I mean, it's got other characters in, obviously, but I don't know. And seeing more of the dog jump around, the fact the dog's in it gets on my nerves. it's, I
How
mean,
can you not love the dog? The
well, I
dog's
mean, it's. I don't know. The cynic in me just says it's DC saying, right, we want the dog in because we've already got China pumping out fucking 10 million of these dog teddies, you know, and it's
uh,
going to be on. It's going to be on cups and it's going to be on t-shirts. It's going to be on fucking everything.
yeah, there'll be memes
Um,
galore of the dog, like there
well, they'll
will.
probably be dumping them now because they're getting tariffed out the arsehole. But yeah, and seeing it jump around, it's just going to be, oh, get a pupperino in for the doggo fans. Just
I don't know. I don't think like well, it depends. It depends which way like the film goes and at what point they drop it in. But I don't think they'll put much more of the dog in than what we're seeing in the trailer just now. I don't
I
think
hope
it's going to
not. I
be a
hope it's
big
not one of
part.
them where the dog comes and saves the day in the
No,
end.
I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. The same with some of the other characters. Like I don't think that they'll play massive parts in it. Like I think they're going to be there to get people in the door and get people thinking like, oh, it's going to be a big universe. I hope not. Anyway, it might just be me being optimistic, but I hope that just the
I
little
mean,
bits you
you'd hope
see
it
them
will
are
be a
just
Superman film at the end of the day, not
yeah, exactly.
not
I hope you
Superman
just
and
see little
friends.
teasers
Like,
of them and then it
yeah,
focuses on Superman. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. But it does feel very much like we'll get all these characters in and we've got a universe and
yeah.
like exactly like you said earlier, like trying to run before they walk.
Oh, straight away it'll be whatever the Hawk Girl or something. There'll be a TV series getting written right now
Mm.
for that character.
Yeah.
Um,
Even with this with the and I don't want to go on about it because everybody else has already gone on about it. And it was a bit of a non-event for us with the Doomsday the director's chair release of all the or part of the character list that's going to be in there and the actors that's going to be in the movie and they're running through them all. And it felt a bit the same. Like it felt a bit like Marvel was stretching a little bit because the like Chris Helmsworth the first name in. He's obviously got pedigree and he's been in all of them from the start. But then a lot of the others that were dropping out were like Anthony Mackie, and he's like they haven't like by the time the first Avengers movie came out, like we'd had trilogies from all the big three. Do you know what I mean?
mm,
You'd had three Captain Americas, you'd had three more Thor movies, you'd had three Iron Man movies, and you've got Anthony Mackie has been in one Captain America movie, and then
mm,
you're going to have a lot of the others that were on the cast list that you've not seen very often. Like you've had Shang Chi, and you haven't
yeah,
seen him in about 4 years, and he had one movie.
yeah. That was 4 years ago. That now, one 3 or 4
Yeah,
years.
and it just felt like that all the way along. I think the only other one in there that I thought, oh yeah, but, well he's been there for a while was Paul Rudd. Obviously he's had three Ant-Man movies and he's
Mm.
been in the Avengers. But there was a lot of big names missing, and
But I mean, are they in it or are the multiverse of madness in it?
yeah,
Do they
yeah,
play a
like all
part,
the X-Men
or
that
are
were
they, are
popping
they
up.
going to
Yeah,
walk on and then walk off again? It's
yeah, like yeah, because they put a lot of X-Men characters in there from the original ones, and like you'll probably see them for 10 seconds and then be off. Be off. One thing I was excited about, and everybody else was like excited about Nightcrawler and Gambit coming back, and but I just got more excited when I seen that James Morrison was going to be back in Cyclops because I think he got so hard done by in the original X-Men movies, and I
mm.
don't think he had a good role. Anyway, I'm digressing. I'm moving away. Well, I'll go back. Um, Another trailer that came out was for Megan 2 or 2.0. Um, they're playing the Terminator card where Megan was the bad guy in the first one and now she's going to be the good robot that's taking on the bad robot that's coming to kill the family. What did you think? Did you watch the trailer? Well,
I
we just
think it
watched the
looks
trailer.
like shit, and I knew this is what they were going to pull. I knew they were going to be the
Yeah,
bad
you'd
guy
said to
becomes the
me
good
like
guy
obviously,
because
and I should have
uh,
hit record before we put it on, but you said to me like as soon as you hit play on the trailer, you said they're going to make her the good guy, aren't they? And I just started chuckling at myself and said, yeah,
obvious, yeah, because that's what everything does nowadays. In everything, the bad guy is the good guy now, all the time. It's just subversive to the point that it's not subversive because everybody does it. Like humans are the monsters after all, and the the bad guys aren't the bad guys; they're secretly the good guys, and it's just yeah. And we saw the whole trailer in the film.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
Well, sorry,
Yeah.
we saw the whole film in the
The whole
trailer,
film and the
and
trailer. Yeah.
the evil robot in it is just like a girl. Like it just looks like a girl.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a robot girl. Just looks like a girl,
No.
which I fucking hate. Is rubbish. Megan still looks like a robot, but they've made her taller
Mm.
for whatever purpose. Probably so that the stunt person can do better stunts, I imagine.
Yeah.
Or
Well, the actor's probably older. Because she was just a kid in the first one, wasn't she?
I mean, she wasn't really an actor though. It was just it was like a rubber face,
God.
like
Mm.
or it looked rubber. I'm guessing it was special effects or something like that.
Yeah.
But she didn't look like a person. She looked like a doll. It'll be for the fight scenes so that they're both the same height.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Balance it out a little bit. Yeah, but it looks more like a. Whereas I would have thought of the first one as sci-fi horror. This just more looks like a horror comedy. Not even horror comedy,
it's
maybe
not even no, it
sci-fi comedy.
just looks like a comedy sci-fi film with some
Yeah.
like weird shit in it. Yeah. Um, no, the first one was all right. Um, and that's it. And I think this one's going to be dire.
Yeah, I definitely think I could put this one on without worrying that it was going to scare the shit out of me.
I mean, the first one won't scare the shit out of you. It's fucking rubbish.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I've seen the first one not from watching the movie, I've talked about it before, just from little bits of clips and everything
The
that popped
trailers
up.
and shorts and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
shorts. Yeah, I think I've seen I think I could tell you the entire script just from the shorts I've seen.
yeah. It's not interesting. It's yeah. It's like a bit. It's one of them by the numbers films where you can, even if you haven't seen it, you can sit and watch it and you know exactly what's going to happen next, or like down the line. It's just everything's so obviously signposted along the way. Um, and that's even without having seen the trailers because the trailers show you most of the film.
Hmm.
It's it's bums on seats in cinemas.
Yeah,
To not watch a film.
yeah,
It's that
yeah,
kind of film. I'll not be bothering with it at all. The first one was okay. It was a solid okay, and that's it. So second one, no chance.
next trailer that we've got lined up is for Naked Gun, the first teaser trailer for Liam Neeson's Naked Gun. I'm not entirely convinced that it's going to work.
I don't think it will.
I'd like it to, but I don't think that. And I know Neeson's like he does a very good kind of straight face comedy, so to speak.
He's a good straight man. Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't think it's got the appeal of Liam Nielsen. Nielsen, that's right, isn't it?
Leslie
Neil.
Nielsen
Leslie Nielsen.
and Liam
Um,
Neeson.
yes, I got confused. It's very similar.
Yeah, they dropped the L.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, because even though he played kind of what you would call a straight character, he was playing him straight, but he still looked comedic. Do you know what I mean? Like it was still his expressions were still funny.
I mean, Leslie Nielsen was just one of a kind.
He was, yeah,
He just yeah, he was like he really was one of a kind. He was absolute magic,
yeah, it was the
and
perfect role for him because
yeah,
you could see he was trying to be serious without being serious, and
yeah.
it just
Police
fit.
Squad always had that sort of. It looked like Police Squad and Naked Gun films. It always looked like they were just on the edge of laughing,
Yeah,
but at the
yes,
same
yeah,
time, we're nowhere
yeah,
near it
that's
as
it.
well.
Like,
Like it was just, it was so, it was like perfect.
yeah, you
Um,
almost felt like it was going to be like an outtake when they were speaking because you thought, yeah, they're going to crack up any second
yeah,
now.
and they were so straight, and the jokes were delivered with such sort of ease, like because most of them was either sight gags or just like wordplay,
Yeah,
innuendos and double entendres and stuff like that. Um, whereas I don't know, I mean Seth MacFarlane's involved with this new one, isn't he? So
yeah.
I think it's just going to be Family Guy.
I don't know. I just think it felt a little bit, particularly the trailer felt a little bit too forced, almost like they were trying too hard for it.
Yeah, him being like a little girl and stuff like that, and taking the
Yeah,
mask off and it being a guy. It was like it was too. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to. I think Naked Gun and well, all that era, Naked Gun, Police Squad, um, Airplane, all them kind of spoofs. I mean, they were spoof movies, weren't they? Really, it's what they
yeah,
used to get
yeah,
called. They were. I think they were lightning in a bottle. Even What was the one with Charlie Sheen? The Top Gun. Was it Hot
Uh,
Wings? No,
oh my God, Hot Shots.
Hot Shots. Even that. Um, I just don't. I don't think people can write like that nowadays. I don't think people have got those kind of jokes in them anymore.
No,
Like I think everything now is it's either sort of subversive, non-humor.
exactly.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
we'll see. We'll see when a longer trailer comes out. But
13, 14-year-old me when Hot Shots was on, and I was pissing my
no,
sides
I mean
laughing
they
at
were the
that.
funniest films ever. Like,
So funny.
and what else was there? There was another one, Police Academy.
Police Academy.
Like
Yeah,
they were never off the telly, and God, they were funny.
yeah,
Like I mean, they were they were rubbish most of them,
yeah. There
but
were.
they were just like gag after gag after.
There
And
was Steve Guttenberger. What was the name of the guy that could do all the sounds? He was my hero. Him,
Jones, Motormouth
Jonesy.
Jones,
Jonesy. He was my absolute hero.
forgetting
Like
his name in real life. But,
I can't remember, but man, I tried to copy the sounds that he would
yeah.
make in that
Oh, I
movie.
mean, yeah. Every
Like
every
I can't remember which one it was because there's about fucking a dozen of them. But there's one of them where he's like in a junkyard and he pretends to be a robot and puts like bits of scrap metal in like
yes, I
his
remember that
thing
bit.
and
Yeah.
picks up like a claw and puts his sleeve over it and like he's
Yeah.
going shuts out. It's class, absolutely class. What was the other one as well? There's another one a bit similar that Kevin really likes. Oh, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
You know what? I've never seen Men in Tights.
Oh, have you not?
Nah,
Oh
never
man,
seen it.
that's definitely worth a watch. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the humor probably won't land as hard with you now because
Yeah,
we're older, but you definitely need to watch that.
yeah.
Definitely need to watch that. Watch that if you can this week and talk about it next week because I
I'll see
bet
if I
it
can
makes you proper belly laugh at parts of that.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Trying to think of other spoof films now. What was there? There was Spy Hard. That was Leslie Nielsen as well. I saw that at the cinema with Kev, and we died laughing at that.
Yeah,
We were
God.
absolutely no good. I
They
was
don't they
roaring.
don't make films like that, like good
Spoofs, yeah, they
just
don't make spoofs
just
now.
spoofs. Yeah.
I don't think they've got the jokes in them.
No,
I
they
think I
don't.
think now everything has to be like a reference.
Yeah.
Everything's referenced to something, like
Do you know what
Family
I think
Guy.
they lost a bit of it with the scary movie films
Yeah,
because they made so
it's all references. Again, everything's like reference to something else.
yeah,
It's
yeah, there's
funny because it's like this,
yes.
whereas it's not like
Yeah.
wordplay. It's not like and like sight gags, like sort of props and things like that, and like jokes and like things being worded, like innuendos. And I mean, you probably couldn't get away with half a Naked Gun these days.
No.
If the joke, like when she goes at the ladder in the library, and then there's a scene with it's Presley's thing. He's Presley's wife in it. And she climbs up the ladder, and he says, "Nice beaver."
Oh,
And she goes, "Thanks, I just added stuff." And then she hands him a stuff. You probably couldn't get away with that now because that would be
yeah.
objectifying women or something.
Yeah.
But
Christ.
yeah, just like, but it was that, and it was like it was just bang bang. It was joke after joke after everything. Every line was a joke, and I don't think you get that these days. I think you just get references. It's all what's it? Member berries, as South Park says. Everything's referential. Oh, Robin Hood Men in Tights. I found it there.
One Men in Tights. Yeah, get that watched, man. Get that watched. Can't
I'll
believe
give
you've
it a
never seen
go.
that. Can't believe you've never seen that. Yeah, if that doesn't make you belly laugh, God.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, the last trailer, before we move on and do something else, was for Tron Ares. Ares, I'm guessing is that's like the God of
I'm
War.
guessing so. God of War. Yeah.
God of War. That trailer's come out. The interesting points looks like the grids merging with reality because everything was in kind of the real world, or a lot of the trailers in the real world. Jeff Bridges is obviously back. Jared Leto was starring, your favorite.
Mm.
Um, the effects look good, but they don't look too far apart from the 2011 movie. 11, 12 must have been there or thereabouts. But other than that, it doesn't look like they're connected in any way, and you don't get too much of what the story's going to be. Just that everything's red instead of blue.
I don't know anything about the Tron films. I've seen them, but I couldn't tell you what was going on in
Yeah.
them. They look good. It's something about the video game. A man went in a video game and plays
Yeah, I
Tron
mean the
or
original
something. I
was
don't know.
yeah, it's so difficult to watch the original now. It's because it is so dated. The 2011 one was pretty good. It was pretty solid, but I never thought that they'd get to doing a third. I thought it would just kind of stay the way it was back then. But the effect was good, and the soundtrack to 2011 one was great. And the soundtrack for this one's by is it Nin?
9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails? Why I call it Nin? Is that like the logo or
The
something?
logo's that, yeah.
Yeah,
Nin.
that's something.
The night two say Nin.
The 90s Sin.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I couldn't tell you a thing about Tron.
it'll be all right. That's
I might
that's
watch it. I might.
yeah, that's the biggest kind of thing I've got for at the minute. It'll be all
Too
right.
too sci-fi for me.
Yeah, it's
I like
very
sci-fi, but
sci-fi.
it's just
100%
yeah,
sci-fi.
computery stuff. I'm not bothered.
100% sci-fi. All right, okay. So those are the trailers that we're going to run through. You need to get watching um, Robin Hood Men in Tights. But I'm gonna fire a couple of horror questions at you just to bounce back to uh, what we did a couple of weeks ago with the hot seat. It seemed to
All
go
right.
down well and get some good response online. So we'll go a few more. I'll give you a few more questions, and then you'll fire a few back at me next week, and then we'll just bounce backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So first one, horror themed as well, because obviously you're the horror guy. Um, what would you say are your top three horror antagonists? And I've said antagonists because sometimes when I think of horror, it's not always people. It's not always like slashers, is it? It's like creatures or beings or
Mm,
fucking whatever the fuck.
I don't actually know. It's a tough one, that one, because you got the big names, like Jason and Freddy and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
But
the classics, kind of like what everybody.
yeah,
Is there any that stand out from recent years? Oh, that you thought, oh,
not
that's pretty.
recent years. No, I don't think films these days do, like, certainly a lot of the films I watch don't have like these characters that are like the bad guy. Tends to be stuff that's a bit more, I don't know, a bit more wibbly wobbly, a bit more metaphysical, metaphorical, and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Like the what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? The fear of the unknown. But that's not the.
yeah, or like sort of say like 28 Days Later. That doesn't really have an antagonist, so
Yeah,
to speak.
yeah,
It's just like a thing that's affecting things. It's um. So yeah, it's a tough one.
yeah. Well, narrow it a
I
little
mean, I
bit.
like I
So
like Pinhead from or the Cenobites from the Hellraiser films. I like the Hellraiser world and the characters. That's another one that I don't think's ever been like nailed, like properly nailed.
yeah, that's what he's
Um,
got the cube, hasn't he? What's the cube? Is that the cube
yeah,
from Hellraiser?
yeah, the Cube, yeah, the old that one.
Fucking hell, yeah, that one. Jesus Christ.
Um, uh, yeah, that's Hellraiser. Yeah, I think they're making a sequel to it because he made a new version in 2016, something like that, and that's getting a sequel made of it.
I'm not sure I've seen any of them.
Uh, they're a bit.
Probably like some point in the 90s, like the early ones, but I couldn't tell you anything about what happened
Because
in them.
I mean, they made tons of them.
Yeah.
It's a company called Dimension. They got the rights for it, and Clive
I know
Barker.
Dimension. Did Dimension do the Scream movies?
Maybe Dimension did loads.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they had the rights to the Hellraiser films, and Clive Barker, who wrote the original, the book called The Hellbound Heart, he wanted the rights back because he wanted to make his own Hellraiser. Because I think he directed the first one and maybe wrote the screenplay. I don't know. But anyway, he wanted the rights back to make his own Hellraiser film,
Yeah.
like start again sort of thing. But Dimension didn't want to give the rights up, so they kept releasing shit films, just pumping them out, so that they kept the rights. Because if they didn't use the rights in a certain amount of time, then they have to go back
Oh,
to
then they revert back to the own.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they kept making bad Hellraiser films, but I don't know if Clive's getting them back, uh, or what. But anyway, yeah, I like the world and the because they like
Each of the movies, then, obviously, I know there's a few of them. Do each of the movies kind of follow on like a continuation of the story, or are they all kind of their own
Sort of,
individual
yeah.
kind of movies?
A couple of them jump around a little bit. One of them one of them goes backwards and forwards in time. It's a really disjointed franchise. Um, and I'm kind of glad that they rebooted it. And I don't know if they rebooted it again or what, but yeah, I don't so much like Pinhead,
Yeah, it's more the world
but
around it.
I like that world and those characters. I mean,
Yeah.
Doug Bradley was brilliant as Pinhead anyway. Like,
All right, and what? Not so much horror antagonists in it. Who are your favorite horror movie actors or actresses? Who puts a good turn in?
it puts a good turn in. Jeffrey Combs. Is it Combs or Combs? I can never get that right. I think it's Combs. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs. He's great. He's great in everything.
Who's
Um,
he? What's he been?
he was in Reanimator. He was in From Beyond. I don't know what might have you seen. Let's have a look. He was the what was it called? The man with Michael J. Fox with the ghosts. What was it called?
Oh, The Frighteners.
The Frighteners.
Yeah.
Um, he was in that. He was the cop, that like freaky cop who was like sort of he didn't want to be touched and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, fuck.
And he was
Oh
like,
fuck
oh,
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
people
yeah.
touched him, he freaked out and things, and he screamed and stuff like that. That was him. He's been in loads. He's in one about where they made bets called Would You Rather. It was called Would You Rather. It was a bunch of people. He got people together for a party and made them bet on things. And it was a
Yeah,
Would You Rather, but it was like horrible stuff, you know. Um, yeah, he was in that. He's been in loads. He's been in tons of stuff.
yeah. Jeffrey
Uh,
Combs.
he does a lot of voice work as well. He was the voice of Brainiac in the Injustice 2 game.
Ah, nice. Okay.
He did the voice of him. Yeah. Oh, here we are. I've got the old Google up.
Yeah, I have as well. He's been in a lot of scary shit. That's what he's been in.
He's in a lot of horror films. He's renowned for his horror films. The Guyver. Who was he in The Guyver?
That's quite
Um,
funny though. I'm looking at his filmography and it's like Fear.com, Faust, House on Haunted Hill, or Return to the
oh yeah, he
House
was
on
in House.
Haunted Hill, House on
Yeah, he was
Haunted
in.
Hill,
I forgot he was in House on
Fortress,
Haunted Hill.
yeah,
He's,
um,
the
Abominable, and then it goes to Beethoven's Treasure Tale.
all right.
That's funny. The Guyver, he was in The Guyver.
And yeah, I was just thinking, who was he in Guyver? Because I've seen Guyver. I've got it
Yeah.
somewhere. Or Mutronics, as it's called over here. Fortress as well. Amazing film. You remember that?
No.
With Christophe Lambert, where he gets sent to prison, and it's like an underground prison with like robot security guards and stuff.
No.
And you've got the things in the stomachs that blow up.
No.
Oh, have you not seen Fortress?
No. That.
Oh man, it's peak 90s. It's
Really?
amazing. Yeah, Christopher Lambert or Christophe Lambert. He gets him and his wife get sent to prison because they have a second child. It's set in the future, and there's a one child rule. And their first child dies, and the wife gets pregnant again, and so he's trying to get his wife across the border to Canada or something,
Right.
or to Mexico, but he gets caught anyway, and he gets sent to this jail, and it's like a horrible future world sort of thing, and it's this underground jail, like it goes straight down sort of thing, and they've got these things in the stomachs called intestinators. And if they misbehave or anything like that, the intestinators give it like causes them pain, and if they keep going, it blows up and kills them.
Uh,
Um, and the guy who runs the prison, the warden, he is, I think it's Clarence from RoboCop. I think.
yeah, it might be. I'm
Yeah,
just
it
looking
is.
at
It
some of
is.
the
Yeah, I've
images
just
for it
googled it. Yeah,
now. Yeah.
it's Clarence from RoboCop. He's the governor of the prison, and he's a right shit.
Yeah.
Um, and there's like the prison security guards are like robots, like cyborgs and stuff like that. It's fucking great. It's so 90s. It's amazing. And the cells are like they don't have bars, they've got lasers and
It
stuff like
looks
that.
class like
It's proper
it
future.
looks like fucking super 90s.
It's mega 90s, yeah. Yeah. It's
Like some of
really
the
good.
posters are great.
Definitely definitely give it a watch.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's in that. He plays like a mega nerd who figures out how it all works. Um how the prison works and stuff like that, and he helps them launch a daring escape plan.
Oh, nice.
Um Anyway, yeah, I like Jeffrey Combs. He's always fantastic in everything he's in. How to tell, like, again, outside of like the
Yeah, the big
classics.
ones.
I just don't want to say I don't want to say the usual suspects.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Like Robert, what's his face from
it's it Robert Englund and
Robert
Bruce
England?
Campbell
Yeah.
and Barbara Crampton and yeah, I'm just looking at actors and stuff now.
Actors.
No,
What about away from actors and actresses? Then what about movie monsters? What's your favorite movie monsters? I think I'd be torn between probably Godzilla and
mm,
the Xenomorphs.
yeah, the aliens are cool, but I think I'm at the point now where I'm just a bit sick of the sight of them.
Mm.
I
Yeah, I
think they
did
just.
enjoy Romulus though. I thought Romulus was good.
I mean, Romulus it was a decent film, but I think they've lost a lot of the scariness
Yeah, they're not scary.
because
Well,
they like jobbers now. Like in that first film, that first alien like wiped out a whole ship, and I mean
yeah,
they were unprepared. They were pretty much dock workers. Um, but it's the the danger of it I think has been removed because now they're just there to get shot.
yeah,
Until at the end of the film when they inevitably bring out like the new mega alien
yeah. The
or
Uber alien.
whatever, the hybrid or the fucking whatever, the one with two heads or some shit like that. It's they just sort of job us. I would like to see an alien film where it's like it's not immediately outmatched.
Yeah, I think there's only the first one where what I would consider had a big horror aspect to it.
Yeah,
Like,
the first one's definitely the only horror film. I think after Aliens,
yeah,
I
the
think
aliens
I
was
think they
obviously
tried to go
completely
back
the
to
opposite.
Aliens 2 was an action film. Um, I think Alien 3 tried to take it back to horror, but again, massively troubled production.
Yeah,
Um, loads of like fingers in the pot. And like rewrites, and yeah, it was a bit messy.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, movie monsters. Again, it's hard to just not say the
Like the
usual
big
ones.
ones, like the what you would class as like the monster universe, like the Draculas and the Frankenstein's and the I keep wanting to say Blue Lagoon. It's not. Is it Blue Lagoon?
Black Widow.
Black Lagoon.
Yeah, I mean, I like Gilman and stuff like that from like the design perspective. Like they look very cool. Like oh, it looks very cool. Sorry. Um, but yeah, I mean, are you talking like design or character or
Just
what?
anything. Just well, a bit of both, really. I mean, what did you think of the recent It movies and what they did with Pennywise?
I enjoyed that. I really loved the first one. I didn't like the second one at all.
Yeah, that was very much the same. I thought the
I thought,
first one was great.
yeah, the second one seemed to drag on too much. It lost
Yeah,
a lot of its focus, I think.
yeah, it bounced on for
Um,
a good while. The second one.
and I didn't like at the end what they did with it being like a big spider thing
Mhm.
because that makes sense in the books, but it's not. I mean, the It book is like it's a fucking yard thick, and there's a lot to get into the film and
Yeah,
to explain why it looks like a spider at the end
yeah,
because its true form is spider-ish, but it doesn't really have a form. It's from another dimension sort of thing.
yeah,
Um, but I didn't like how it was like half spider, half clown. I thought it was rubbish.
yeah. It was bizarre. I much preferred the first one. I thought the first one was very good.
But yeah, the first one was good. It was a bit more focused and it was much tighter. The second one, I didn't like the end bit where they were fighting it, but they were all going into the little dream worlds each, and like there was like doors that they had to go through, and one of them was like stuck in it. It was I don't know, it just got really messy. Like I couldn't tell you what happened in the second It film, like in a chronological order. Whereas I think I could with the first one.
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas
same.
the second one, it just seemed really disjointed and like it fell apart a bit. Um,
It wasn't. I mean, it's not very often a horror film does that for us either. Where I mean, very, very rarely. Where I watch the first one, for example, and I think, oh, great, I'm looking forward to another one of that coming out. Like, very rarely a horror film will do that.
mm,
And I felt that way after watching it. And again, it
mhm,
was a cinema trip, and I come away and I thought, oh, great, I'm looking forward to part two of that. And it just felt like a bit of a letdown.
mhm.
Yeah,
I mean, I really like The Fly, but it's a tough like as a film and as a movie, like as a monster
Mm.
concept. Um, and the effects. I mean, it looked. Have you seen The Fly with
Oh yeah,
Goldblum?
Fly's a great movie.
Yeah,
Fly's
Fly's
great.
incredible.
Like when he's like all his appendages are falling off and he's got him keeping them in
He
little
keeps them
jars
in a
in his
jar in
bathroom.
his
Yeah,
bathroom cabinet. Yeah,
yeah, he's got his knob in his bathroom.
yeah. Um, yeah, The Fly's great for everything about it.
Yeah,
From like the execution, all the practicals and stuff, like when she grabs him at the end and his like face caves in and stuff,
yeah.
and he's like
I like it
he's he's like
when he's
fully
first gone
changed
through,
underneath.
when he's first been through the machine and he comes out and she catches him in the room and he's like doing like a handstand on the
Oh, he's
chair.
like super athletic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
great. Oh, it's class. And then he starts being able to clamber on the walls and
He can
going around the
climb. Yeah.
walls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, the sequel's good and all. It doesn't get as much love as the first. I mean, the
I
first
don't think I've
obviously
seen the
better.
sequel.
The sequel's really good. It's his son, um, because she's pregnant at the end,
Right, okay.
and of the first one, and she gives birth to the son in in like a science facility, and they study him,
Yeah.
because he grows really fast. Like his body grows really fast, but his
Okay.
mind's still he's still quite young and immature.
Yeah.
Even though he ages really rapidly. Um, so they sort of studying him and trying to figure him out and stuff like that, and seeing, you know, what's going on there, because he just looks so human, and he's sort of wondering what's going on, but he's aging fast. Yeah, and then obviously it all starts going crazy, and
Yeah.
you know,
Goes Pete
um,
Tong.
but yeah, it's definitely better than your average horror movie sequel. Um, Again, the end's got some really good effects in it, and there's some really good scenes, and like, yeah, there's one bit with like where it's all going crazy at the end. Some guy gets his face melted off. Fucking brilliant. It's like such a good effect.
Yeah, The Thing. Do you like The Thing?
Yeah, the thing's brilliant. It's one of the best films ever made, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the effects in that as well. Just got me
Oh, the
thinking
effects
there.
on that is just, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Practical
phenomenal.
effects on that, second to none. It looks so good. Um, I'm just scrolling through horror movie monsters now to seeing what, just to
What did you think of
jog my memory a bit.
the sequel to The Thing, the one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
That was boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
Oh,
I,
well, I say sequel. Was it a sequel or a prequel?
Prequel.
Prequel.
Yeah. That was the Norwegian camp.
Yes.
The first film where they went to the camp and it was all fucked. That was
Yeah.
that was the story of the Norwegian camp. I didn't like the end, how they went on the spaceship, and like it was just like a big bad screamy monster thing.
Mm.
And it had like the bad guys, the like the evil guy who plays the evil guy and everything. In Bad Boys and stuff, he was one of the people that the thing ate. I think it was him anyway. Guy with a
Oh, I
beard.
think I know who you mean.
Is it Checky Cairo or something like that? Yeah, it was in its thing, monster mode, but it like got his face to say things to her. It was, I
Yeah.
don't know, yeah. Again, that was another film that started off one way and ended another. They were going to do loads of it in practical effects, and they built a lot of the practical effects for it as well. There's loads of pictures around the internet and videos of the effects working. But
Right. Okay.
the money men came in and said, no, we want it all to be computers. The kids love computer effects these days. So they
All right.
ditched all the practical and just made everything computer.
There's
And
no
you
need
can
for it,
really
I don't
tell that
think.
a lot of it is like slapped together. Um, yeah, the ending was different. It was a different like monster. It was more not what the thing originally looked like, but what the pilot of the ship looked like. Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't really go on with that much. Uh, Deep Rising. It's a great movie monster. That have you seen that?
Say yes. Let me have a look at it and I'll be able to tell you.
It's the one on the ship where there's them tentacles all over the place grabbing people
Oh yeah, yes, yes, yeah. Yeah,
in the
we were talking
90s.
about that recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we talked about it before. That's a
Yeah.
great monster. That.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good.
Um, yeah. What else? I'm just clicking around now.
I always get
Critters were
I think it's just
brilliant.
because they sound similar again, and but I always get Deep Rising and Event Horizon
Yeah,
kind of jumbled.
Event Horizon's a mate. Have you seen Event Horizon?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Event Horizon's good.
Yeah, I think everybody's seen Event Horizon.
Tell you what gets overlooked as shit and all. I've just seen it there and it's reminded me. Um, and it is one of the classics, but it's The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro
Oh yeah,
and Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony
Yeah,
Hopkins.
have you seen it?
I
What year
think
was
I've
it?
seen.
Shit,
It was one of the ones where I unintentionally
2010.
was flicking through and caught like the last half an hour of it, and
Yeah.
I thought, oh, it's got my attention, and I watched it, and I
Uh,
got to the end of it, and I thought, I really wish I'd watched that from the beginning,
mm,
and because I've seen the end of it now, I've never gone back and watched it from the
yeah.
start.
Yeah, it was like a redoing of the original like Wolfman there, the I don't know what the I think the plan was to sort of sorry. I think the plan was to restart that or to re begin a Universal Monsters shared universe, of
Oh
course.
yeah, yeah,
I
we
think
were
they were going
talking
to
about
call it the
before, like
Dark
when they did,
Universe or something, weren't they? Something
yeah,
like
they did Dracula Untold, didn't they? And they
that.
did the
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise mummy, and
Aye.
yeah,
Yeah. They were going to get them all together, and that one was, yeah. I think that one was supposed to be forming part of it, or they were going to fold it in anyway.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that was fantastic. The effects are so good because, like, he transforms and it's computery, like
mm.
or certainly a lot of it is. But then when he's transformed, it's prosthetic. It's a suit, like, and it's a
Right, okay,
it's a, it's a full makeup and everything. And it looks so good. It's like a lot like the old one, where his face has got like a flat face rather than like a long.
yeah, rather than
You know,
a
he hadn't got
snout,
like a
I
big
like
long
that.
wolf head.
Yeah,
It's got like
I've
that
always
flat
liked that
snout like
better
the
as
original.
a kind of Wolfman design of like a it's more monstrous. I think it's more humanized than
Mm,
when they get a snout, they just look like
like like big dogs. Yeah,
a mutated dog.
yeah.
Like I don't want it to be a dog. I want it to be a wolf man.
Yeah, I like that look sometimes. Sometimes it works. It looked. I think the best Wolfman of that type was Van Helsing
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that was like a huge, like 9 foot tall monster, like
yeah.
Wolfman.
That we
Um,
talked about Van Helsing recently, and that
Mm.
got some fucking love online and like the little
it
clips
was
that.
great. It's a great film. It's a because I mean at the time it was a throwback, and
Yeah,
it's a double throwback now. I mean they don't make films like that now. But
yeah,
yeah,
true.
Wolfman with Benicio del Toro was absolutely amazing. Um,
Yeah, Wolfman. What did you think of the Is it Paris the first one? American Werewolf in Paris, or London the first one?
Well, London was the first. Paris came out when we were at school.
Yeah, Paris was like a comedy, wasn't
That was terrible. That it was so bad. I watched it again recently. I mean, American Wealth in London it's peerless. I mean, it's one of the bedrocks of modern horror. Um,
it?
that like with Exorcist, but yeah, I rewatched American Wealth in Paris not too long ago, and I was absolutely appalled.
Was it meant to be a comedy? Because I remember it being funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's got funny scenes in it. Um, and you can see where they're trying to recreate the same kind of not the same scenes, but like similar kind of tones as the first one.
Yeah.
Um, a bit. There's I think there's a montage in it similar to London. Because there's that montage when he's not tired and it's got Bad Moon Rising playing,
Yeah.
and he's like bouncing around the flat and he's bored, he doesn't know what to do. And I think they try to recreate that with a scene in Paris, and I mean, it's got terrible effects. The wolves look really PlayStation 1 effects, they're really smooth and like weird looking. It's awful. It's awful. And it's got bugger all to do with the first.
Yeah.
I think they just clagged the name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, worth watching again just to see how bad it is. But at school, I thought it was great. I thought it was a good film,
Yeah,
because
I
it was a
mean,
bit violent, it was a bit sexy, it was
yeah, it's
yeah.
been 10, 15 years since I watched it at least, but more than probably. But I
When
remember it
did it
being
come
funny.
out?
I just remember laughing at it. Didn't his mates die, but they were haunting them or they were around or.
Yeah, but that's the same as what happens in the first film,
Hmm.
because the people who he kills, he sees like he's still there and they
Hmm.
talk to him because they can't die. Like
Just reminded me of
the spirits
thinking
can't
now it
move
just
on.
reminds me of Idle Hands.
I've not seen that.
Idle
I'm
Hands
aware of
is
it, but I've
quite
not
funny.
seen it. It's
Yeah,
Seth Green, isn't it?
yeah, Seth
Mm.
Green. I like Seth Green as well. Seth Green, Jessica Alba, and I can't remember who the main guy is in it. Who obviously whose hand gets possessed. Idle Hands. 1999. The guy in it is Devon Sawa. Is what else has he been in? Final Destination. He was the guy of Final Destination, the first one, the original one, and a lot of other random bits and bobs. All right, well that's us just over an hour, so we'll call it there, and I've probably got about another 4 or 5 questions lined up, but we'll just drop them in next time, just to keep it
Yeah,
warm.
I was a bit caught off guard tonight.
Yeah, what's good with things like that anyway, like, because we end up spinning off and talking about other things that we
Yeah,
enjoyed and reminiscing a little bit, which is good. Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. I've never said it once through this entire episode, and I'm still not getting better in it after fucking 10 or 11 weeks or whatever we'll be doing it now. But please remember to like, please remember to follow, um, comment, let us know if we're talking shite, let us know if you agree with what we say, and it's all good for us. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
bye.